never was promised. Oh, those dreams were so tall. Somewhere in the silence, the cracks began to call. Words that once meant to heal now serve to cut so deep. Love that felt unbreakable started to feel cheap. Each played their part, yet something went unseen. Was it ignored on purpose, or one feeling worthless? Desire shifted, paths split apart. Was the puzzle already broken from the very start? Comfort found in shadows, the distance grew too wide. Two hearts once so certain, now each run their own stride. A bond that seemed unshakable slowly turned to rust. Their word that was so unshakable, perhaps lured by lust. Why does it break? Why does it bend? Why does love fade before the end? It's not always the fault of the heart. Is it fear or selfishness that pulls it apart? Pulls it apart. How can such intense emotions and feelings give way to fleeing? Can love fade before it's even begun? Like a race lost before it's ever run. What was once so vibrant, now a faded hue. The spark turned to ash with nothing left to do. Was it a reach for something else, a search for more? But what was left behind was becoming an empty core. The silence built its fortress, hard to breach. The words that should have been said were pushed out of reach. Gone are the days when the heart still felt alive. Now it's just a question of how to survive. Each played their part, yet something went unseen. The walls weren't visible, but they stood there in between. Desire shifted, paths split apart, and now we have nothing but broken hearts. Why does it break? Why does it bend? Why does love fade before the end? It's not always the fault of the heart. Sometimes it's fear that pulls it apart. It crumbles down like sand through hands, never knowing how to make a stand. Love can fade before it's even begun, a race lost before it's ever run. Is it fear that makes the heart retreat, or the longing for something that feels complete? When pieces fall, can they ever be whole? Or does time just bury what's left of the soul? Why does it break? Why does it bend? Why does love fade before the end? Once there was fire, now it's just the dark. The embers die quietly, leaving only their mark. And though love was tried, somebody chose to give way to pride, destroying the heart regardless of who cried. But yet they say they tried. Is it fear that makes the heart retreat, or the longing for something that feels complete? When pieces fall, can they ever be whole? Or does time just bury what's left of the soul? Of the soul, of the soul. But yet they say they tried.